Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins with a young woman, walking toward her father's car. Her father, Kwan, drives her to a clothing store in Knightsbridge, London, to pick up a dress. Eager to get the dress quickly, the daughter insists on going ahead, while her father parks the car, and Kwan reluctantly agrees. As he parks, a massive explosion rocks the area, injuring everyone nearby, including him. When he regains consciousness, he realizes the explosion originated in the clothing store. The scene shifts to an office, where an employee receives a call claiming to be from the authentic IRA, Irish Republican Army, claiming responsibility for the recent bombings. The information is quickly passed to the boss, who instructs the team to investigate further. A photographer captures the aftermath of the bombing, documenting the wounded, but skips the heart-wrenching image of Kwan, holding his dead daughter. Meanwhile, the terrorists watch the news coverage in their hideout. A man enters, questioning the group about the casualties. One member suggests they should relocate, but another warns that moving might expose their hidden identities. The next day, in Belfast, Ireland, a man named Liam Hennessy wakes up beside his mistress, Maggie Dunn, shocked by the news of the bombing. His anxiety worsens when he receives a call from his wife Mary. Trying to cover his tracks, Liam lies, claiming he was in a meeting. Next, Kwan is in his daughter's untouched room, the emptiness in his heart palpable, as he quietly moves through the space. He takes in the vibrant remnants of her life, clothes, toys and personal items, that now serve as haunting reminders of his profound loss. Meanwhile in Belfast, Liam rushes to a meeting, his thoughts racing. On his way, he receives a call from a woman, concerned about the recent bombing. Liam suggests that one potential solution might be to release political prisoners, who are members of the IRA, Irish Republican Army. After ending the call, he confronts the board members, insisting that the explosion wasn't their fault. He reveals that a rogue group calling themselves the Authentic IRA has been operating behind their backs. It's then made clear that he and the others are part of the original IRA. He concludes the meeting, ordering a thorough investigation to trace the bombers. At the same time, the Counter-Terrorism Unit of London, SO15, is tracking the bombers' movements. They begin by tracing the license plates of motorists near the blast site. However, their attention shifts when they receive a call about a Chinese man repeatedly visiting the building since the bombing. The man is Kwan. Commander Bromley, the head of SO15, decides to speak with Kwan personally. During their conversation, Kwan offers a substantial sum of money, in exchange for the name of someone in the IRA. Bromley refuses, and Kwan leaves, thanking, but with a determined look in his eyes. Later, he watches an interview with Liam, where Liam publicly denounces any IRA involvement in the bombing. As he watches, a woman who works for him enters the room. She notices the somber atmosphere, and concerned for his well-being, opens the window blinds, and gently urges him to eat. After his interview, Liam is informed by his secretary about his upcoming commitments, and a request from an Asian man who wants to speak with him. Reluctantly, Liam takes the call. Kwan, on the other end, directly asks who killed his daughter. Liam, slightly offended, brushes off the question, explaining that even as the deputy minister of the IRA, he doesn't know who is responsible. This only deepens Kwan's resolve to uncover the truth. Determined not to be held back by his past, he symbolically burns anything connected to it, including family photos and news clippings about his other daughter's abduction. The woman in the house witnesses this disturbing act and resolves to take care of him, but when she turns back, he has already vanished. He sets out on a mission, purchasing various items he plans to use in his quest for revenge. He disguises his van as a gardening vehicle, blending into the background. When the woman eventually finds him, she pleads with him to return, but he silently walks away, consumed by his purpose. Soon after, he arrives at Liam's office, determined to confront him face to face. Initially, Liam's guards restrain him, but Liam orders them to let him through. In a private conversation, he once again demands the names of those responsible. Predictably, Liam denies having any knowledge, leaving him unsatisfied. Before leaving, Kwan concocts a makeshift bomb in the bathroom, setting it to detonate after his departure. The explosion, though not fatal, sends shockwaves through the building, rattling everyone inside. An immediate investigation is launched, and Liam receives another call from him, who repeats his demand for names. Enraged by the bombing, Liam snaps, but Kwan coldly hangs up. Realizing the seriousness of the threat, Liam contacts his nephew, Sean Morrison, a skilled ranger currently in New York, seeking assistance. In the meantime, Kwan rents a nearby apartment, where he meticulously assembles another deadly concoction. Next, Two of Liam's men are about to leave the parking lot, when one of them notices an explosive device attached to their car. They quickly track Quan's location, and find him in his apartment. The men rush there to arrest him, but Quan skillfully fights them off. After the failed attempt, a furious Liam scolds his men, not being able to capture an elderly Asian man. When his wife Mary walks in, he tells her to pack up, because they're heading to their farm. Soon, Sean arrives from New York. Liam instructs him to visit Commander Bromley, and inform him of their secret plan, ensuring other IRA members don't find out. He then heads to a restaurant, where Quan is already waiting outside in his van. As Liam enters the restaurant, he greets his mistress Maggie with a kiss. Quan snaps a photo of the kiss, and sends it to him as a warning. Meanwhile, Sean meets with Bromley. Though Bromley doesn't trust the IRA, Sean explains their secret plan, to catch the bombers by giving each group a specific code word. Bromley agrees to cooperate, but insists on speaking directly with Liam when the time comes. Liam arrives at his farm, unaware that Quan is already hiding in the nearby forest. At night, he sneaks onto the farm, plants a bomb, and takes down two of Liam's men. After the explosion, Liam realizes he underestimated Quan, and needs more men. He retreats to his room, where Mary tells him she's going to their daughter's flat in London. Elsewhere, the terrorists plan to bomb a plane with no Irish passengers, while Maggie seduces a man with a laptop at a pub. The next day, another explosion occurs near the farm, flipping one of Liam's men's cars. The men immediately head to the forest, believing Quan is hiding there. They encounter several traps set by him, who easily defeats them. However, one of Liam's men manages to wound him in the shoulder, forcing him to retreat. The man tells Liam they need a tracker, meaning Sean is required for the job. Moving on to London, where Mary is applying makeup. She hears a knock at the door. It's Sean. She asks him a few questions, but it's clear she's trying to seduce him. He eventually gives in, revealing they've been secretly having an affair. Their moment is interrupted when Liam calls, asking Sean to come to the farm tomorrow. After the call, Mary confesses her anger toward Liam, blaming him for her brother's death. Next, Quan reflects on his painful past, while tending to a wound. As he cauterizes the injury, memories of his daughters being abducted by pirates, and the tragic moment when he and his wife were shot off a boat, flood his mind. Meanwhile, Liam finally uncovers information about Quan's past. He learns that Quan was once a US soldier, who served in Vietnam, and is highly skilled and dangerous. But Liam's thoughts are interrupted when one of his IRA associates McGrath enters the room. They argue, with McGrath accusing him of going soft, a stark contrast to his revolutionary past. He angrily retorts that he's now focused on maintaining peace, causing McGrath to leave in disappointment. After the argument, he realizes his dog is missing, and his gun has been taken. Quan suddenly appears, holding the gun, and pointing it at him. Quan reassures Liam that the dog is merely asleep, and demands to know who killed his daughter. When Liam predictably claims ignorance, Quan threatens him, forcing him to reveal his secret plan, involving code words to catch the bombers. Satisfied for now, Quan gives him 24 hours to deliver results. The next day, tragedy strikes. A double-decker bus explodes on a bridge, killing 16 people. Bromley, the counterterrorism chief, immediately contacts Liam, informing him that the bombers didn't use the code word. Liam promises to look into it. Later, he learns that his wife was visited by Sean in London. After spending 2 hours behind closed doors, she met with McGrath. Upon his return from London, Sean heads straight to the nearby forest, to hunt down Quan. Meanwhile, the terrorists discuss their plan to bomb a plane, using a laptop battery disguised as a bomb. SO-15, the counterterrorism unit, tracks one of the terrorists, identifying his burn mark, and obtaining footage of him with an IRA member. Bromley informs Liam that the traitor is his own associate McGrath, and warns that if he doesn't act, they'll arrest him. Enraged by the betrayal, he confronts McGrath, demanding the names of the bombers. When McGrath refuses, Liam shoots him in the leg and tortures. Eventually, McGrath reveals who and where the terrorists are, which includes Maggie, whose real name is Sarah McKay. He also shares details about his meeting with Mary. Mary masterminded the attacks because her brother was murdered by a UVF death squad, and hates both the British and her husband, allowing his killers to be jailed. Liam then kills McGrath. Elsewhere, Maggie finishes seducing the man from the pub. After he leaves to clean up, she quickly swaps the laptop battery with the bomb, turning him into an unwitting carrier. Back in the forest, Sean tracks down Quan. They engage in a fierce fight, but Quan emerges victorious. When Sean regains consciousness, he finds himself tied to a tree. Quan interrogates him about the bombers, and Sean, already knowing the information from his uncle, reveals it. In return, Quan spares his life. Sean returns to Liam, and informs him that Quan let him go. However, Liam is more concerned about the affair between him and his wife. He reveals that Mary leaked the code word information to the bombers and orders Sean to return to New York, after completing one final task. In London, SO-15 surrounds the building where the terrorists are hiding. Before they can act, Quan, disguised as a mechanic, infiltrates the room, a violent confrontation ensues, and he single-handedly kills all the terrorists, except for Maggie. He escapes just as the counter-terrorists storm the room. They capture Maggie, and extract information about the bomb, allowing them to alert the airport, and prevent a catastrophe. Meanwhile, Quan becomes a wanted man. Liam receives a call informing him that, although he helped stop the terrorists, he is now under the control of the British government. At the same time, Sean carries out his final task, murdering Mary. As Liam returns to his hotel, he is confronted by Quan, who forces him to publicly post the incriminating photo of his kiss with his mistress, ensuring the end of Liam's career. Quan then returns to his store. When Bromley is informed of his return, he orders his men to leave him alone, as a gesture of gratitude for his help. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.